Good afternoon, Libra men. Welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I like to do for you, gentlemen, is go on and give you your 2019 romantic reading, okay? I'm going to be using my Lenormand's deck today, as illustrated as we see here, men, as well as a few additional other cards just to kind of give you a bit parting advice. And gentlemen, if this reading resonates, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please feel free to do so now. Okay, gentlemen, I'm going to go on and get started and make a few general observations prior to getting into your reading. Okay, and basically, gentlemen, this reading is basically it's going to be valid until the end of this year. It's an all-year type reading, and basically, what I'm picking up on, or what I'm going to try to describe to you, is the predominant energy of the woman or women that appear or appears to be coming towards you, okay? And it looks like it's multiple women in here, so I'm going to try my best to explain them as best I can, okay? It looks like, gentlemen, I'm seeing that there seems to be a new relationship that appears to be developing. You know, I'm seeing that some of you are waiting, or you're going to be receiving some type of a message from a female, and she appears to be quite motherly, you know, curvy, protective, very strong, and a bit controlling, okay? I'm also getting the impression that she's kind of stable, reliable, and her personality appears to be a very confident. Gentlemen, I'm also seeing it looks like she's an elderly type woman, or she's older perhaps than you, or matured, or very experienced, okay? She also appears, I'm kind of feeling too, you know, the woman, of course, or the women, and of course you attribute these qualities to the woman that's kind of in your room, because like I said, there seems to be several. She seems to be very fit, you know, sexual, you know, generous, I'm feeling. And for some of you, you may already be married to her, or she may already be your girlfriend, but I'm seeing messages and mail coming through. I'm also seeing that I do see some arguments and fights, you know. I'm also seeing a new lover, as I said, cropping up for you guys. And I'm feeling that maybe I'm feeling the sense of revenge or retaliation, which could either be on your part or either hers. Okay? Gentlemen, let's go on and get started. Okay? Starting by, you know, just examining there the card that, you know, fell to the bottom of the deck. And gentlemen, actually, you have the same card as your Libra's counterparts, okay? We have that 10, or that scythe card, gentlemen, and that connects or draws our attention to an air type sign, Gemini, you know, Libra, and or Aquarius, as well as earth sign, gentlemen, you know, Taurus, you know, Virgo, and Capricorn. And gentlemen, this card is kind of all about, you know, as I, is all about removal. You know, it's all about, you know, like getting rid of unneeded things, or kind of cutting away something. And for purposes of this reading, it certainly shows perhaps that you may have cut someone out of your life, or, you know, you're contemplating doing so. But I feel a lot of emotional type separation with this card. And, you know, and it looks like that you perhaps may have, you know, separated from someone, or might separate from someone who appears to be very cold and harsh. She appears to be a very cold or harsh type woman. And to me, she appears very judgmental, gentlemen. And appears to be like, I don't know, like victim. She seems a sense of victimization with this card. And gentlemen, she might even work in a medical type field, or she might have done something with our marine, with governmental forces, like she could possibly have gone to the army, or done something with the military. I'm also feeling the sense that she could be involved in, you know, doing something, you know, financial type work, or working as a politician too with this card. But again, gentlemen, this card is all about cutting away the debris, and trying to kind of move forward and hope for, you know, a new opportunity, okay? Gentlemen, let's go on and get started and look at your first card here. We have that that Horseman card, and I actually didn't put it up there, so let me show you this card so you can get an idea exactly of what it looks like. Somehow it must have just fell down. You have the Horseman card there, gentlemen, okay? So, gentlemen, this card is all about, you know, newness and kind of like new people like entering and picturing your life. And, gentlemen, it also predicts a welcome and needed change as well, gentlemen. And once again, I'm picking up air type signs as well as water signs too as well, gentlemen. You know, the Scorpio, Pisces, and or Cancers. And the air sign, as I already indicated, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So, gentlemen, this card shows a new relationship for some of you that's going to be developing, because this card shows a relationship that is about to enter your life in some way. It also predicts that the person that appears to me to be coming towards you, she appears to be very well proportioned. I mean, she's nice looking, and perhaps even, gentlemen, for some of you, she might even be athletic, you know. She has a very outgoing personality, I'm feeling, with this card, and she might even be a bit lean, gentlemen. You know, a flashy type lady, and might be an agent even too, gentlemen, with this card, okay? Your next card, gentlemen, that we're examining here is this letter card there. And gentlemen, this card is all about information and communication of all sorts. And also, once again, connects us back to air type signs. Once again, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You know, so this card says that this woman is also, gentlemen, very talkative. You know, perhaps even an individual who has perhaps a professional type license, or she could potentially, gentlemen, even be certified in some type of field or specified field, okay? And gentlemen, with this card, it certainly seems to me, gentlemen, that it appears to be a long distance or an internet type relationship that you have, or that you will have, okay? Your next card, gentlemen, here is this bear card there. So that certainly with this card, gentlemen, this card is all about success and power, and it connects us with 8 earth type signs, okay? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgos, as well as fire signs too, gentlemen, the Leo, the Sagittarius, and Aries, okay? So this certainly says that even one of these female might even have a weight problem, or might even be, as I suggested, very athletic. In any event, gentlemen, it seems, or this card appears and kind of shows that she's very possessive, controlling, but nurturing nevertheless, okay? She might even, as I suggested from the onset, she might even work in finances or financial work or training type work, or she might even be a dietitian, a director, a judge, lawyer, or even, gentlemen, with this card, an entrepreneur. Okay, gentlemen, your next card here is that ship card. And gentlemen, this card is all about travel and adventure, and it denotes a fire type sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. And so this says, gentlemen, that this woman is in fact very exotic and even has dark features, you know, perhaps, of course, African, you know, Asian, Spanish, or of Mediterranean descent in some way, okay? It is also quite plausible, gentlemen, that she might even be someone that you already know, or someone that you've kind of been estranged from, or someone from your past that's trying to reconnect, okay? She appears very worldly, gentlemen, a little unstable, though. And again, gentlemen, she could be a foreigner, you know, an immigrant, or an immigrant, or a travel agent, or either a marinist, or work in the marine, okay? With this anchor card here, gentlemen, your next card, that 35 card there, this card is certainly all about stability and permanence. And once again, gentlemen, the air signs are kind of cropping up again. You know, Libra, okay, Aquarius, and Gemini. And so this card certainly shows that this woman really does seek a stable, committed relationship. And she, gentlemen, appears to be very supportive and, in fact, reliable. Okay? She might even live near water for some of you, or a beach or an island of some sort, okay? I'm also seeing that for some of you, it looks like she has dark, she could potentially have dark brown hair, and she's very serious, gentlemen, in her approach to living, you know? She might even be a security type person, or might potentially work, gentlemen, in communication. Okay, so gentlemen, we know that this card represents her. That's the woman card. So let's move right along to our next card here, which is the Lily card, okay? So gentlemen, this card is all about maturity and protection. And it represents an earth type sign, okay? Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So this card therefore does suggest, gentlemen, that this woman is in fact older and very peaceful. And I'm also seeing, gentlemen, dark gray hair, and this woman could potentially work in social work or something, or a veterinarian, or a retiree, or a divorce, type person. Okay? Your next card, gentlemen, is the Whip card here, and this card is all about problems, arguments and separations, gentlemen, of all sorts. And it does connect us with water type signs, Pisces, Cancers, and Scorpios. And so, gentlemen, this card says that although this woman appears to be quite attractive, she has a mean side to her, She might even be on drugs or drinks heavily, She appears, gentlemen, to be quite competitive, but you're going to certainly enjoy having sex with her, it appears, because one of the good things that come about this card is sexual fulfillment, gentlemen. She also might even potentially, even, gentlemen, with this card, be somewhat of a stalker. And, gentlemen, I'm feeling that there's a strong indication that she might even be a cheater. And with this card following next, gentlemen, the Hearts card, that card is all about our emotions and romance. And, gentlemen, it connects us with water signs, Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpios. And, gentlemen, this card says that, she's emotional and, she seems to be a bit sensitive. Caring and very loving, gentlemen. And she might even, gentlemen, with this card have light brown or either blonde hair or chestnut. I'm feeling, So this card says that despite, gentlemen, many of her, negative attributes, this might be a good relationship, gentlemen. And she might even, gentlemen, with this card work in, the hospital or another hospitality, type agency, gentlemen, when you see this card. So, gentlemen, as I said from the onset, I decided to go on and just utilize a few additional cards just to give you a few parting advice. The first cards that we're going to examine comes from Sylvia Brown's deck. And basically the message for those cards is to tell you, gentlemen, love yourself more and all the good that's really in you. And, learn that once you start doing it, others will certainly learn or feel it too, and they're going to begin to love you too, And she's also, or these cards are also suggesting, gentlemen, is that try to be aware that, sorrow really can shape your soul like fire, really kind of forges a sword, The next card I decided to select comes from Colette Baron's Reed deck, The Wisdom of the House of the Night. And the card selected, gentlemen, was in fact invisible. So it shows that sometimes you might even feel that you're feeling a sense of being invisible yourself. But this is showing you that everybody might not get what you want out of life or what you really want. But this card is certainly showing you that it's okay because you can see or learn through this process. It's more of an introspective, type card. And this card is kind of suggesting too is that, perhaps even, perhaps maybe getting involved in new relationships or just relationships in general. This card is also suggesting too that maybe you might need to be a bit invisible and don't kind of spill all of everything that you need or know about yourself to others, until you feel that the time really is right for doing so. Okay, gentlemen, the next card I decided to select for you also comes from, Doreen's Virtuals deck, Healing with the Fairies. And the card selected, gentlemen, was, let me move this one for a second, actually both cards was kindness and, kind of making new friends. So this card is telling you that, despite whatever challenges you feel, always show love, be kind. In what you do, and you're going to be rewarded in so many ways if you try to start living your life, from that approach or from that perspective and choose to be happy. The next card selected also comes from this same deck, and it's saying, making new friends seems to be something that's going to be coming up for you. So it looks like you're going to be meeting new people, and it shows that perhaps your circle of friends or your acquaintances, it certainly is going to be expanding, and it's going to move to a higher level, So this card is telling you kind of get ready for it and don't worry about it, because this is a natural shift that will have to happen. Okay. And your next card that I also decided to select also comes from Doreen's Virtuals deck, the Magical Unicorns. And the two cards selected were, one, the first is Worth Waiting For. So it certainly shows you that perhaps you may have been waiting for a relationship to develop in the way that you would want it to develop, or been even waiting for a phone call or whatnot. But this card is telling you that the time that you've been putting into this and this waiting process is asking you to still remain patient. And by being patient, you're going to be rewarded in so many ways in what you can kind of understand right now. And having this card too, it shows a happy surprise seems to be coming up for you guys this year in something, in conjunction with your relationship. And something very good is about to happen. And perhaps maybe you've been wishing that something good happens as it relates to your romantic situation. So this card is really telling you, gentlemen, get ready for it. And this card is almost like it gives you a treat, And it tells you that really don't try to, think about where the happiness is going to come or how it's going to emerge. But of course, we know that it's going to be in conjunction with your romantic, situation, okay? So, gentlemen, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading has offered food for thought and guides you throughout this year, okay? Gentlemen, once again, if this reading has resonated, go on and give it a big thumbs up. If you have yet to subscribe, please take a few moments to do so now. As well, gentlemen, I'm presently offering a promotion which is valid until February the 14th. $20 a question. Gentlemen, if you're interested, you can certainly contact me at WAT61073@gmail.com. Thanks a lot, gentlemen, and I certainly look forward to hearing your comments. Enjoy your day.